and hazy dreams, where time slows down and the light gently gleams. Floating melodies, soothing beats arise, taking us away where imagination flies. Close your eyes, enter the dreamland serene, where the subconscious tells a story yet unseen. Loved by the rhythm of trance slowly unfolds in this realm of tranquility where peace beholds.
Good morning, everybody. I hope this video finds you well. I'm sorry that the second video, the earlier video that I did on this subject and series was so long. It was 23, 25 minutes or so. I'm going to try to keep this one short. In this video, what I want to talk about is the way the consciousness, the quanta that comprises the consciousness, moves from one world line to the other. If you recall, in the last video, I showed that there's a thing called a world line template, and you experience time by moving from one world line to another world line, and you do it 4 times a second. Consciousness during this period of time is changing. Think of a rotating sphere. It's going in circles. As your consciousness twirls and twirls and twirls and twirls into one world line and out to another world line and then into another world line, it's actually also spending time outside of the world line, right? For you to go from point A to point B, you have to go through this void, this non-world line stuff. I'm going to call it stuff. You can call it space, you can call it a timeless universe, but it goes through this stuff. Consciousness needs to focus on the particle aspects of quanta when it's in the reality. And likewise, when it's outside of reality, it has to focus on the wave aspects of quanta. Now, for you, I don't want to make this some kind of physics dissertation. Essentially, scientists have determined that quanta sometimes behaves as particle and sometimes behaves as waves. Okay? And what I'm saying here is the quanta associated with consciousness goes through a cyclic revolution where when it's in particle form, it's on a world line, and when it's in wave form, it's between world lines. So it goes particle, wave, particle, wave, particle, wave, like a flashing red light, the kind of the flashers that are on top of siren or that are on top of ambulances and fire trucks go wow, 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 wow. That's the way your consciousness works. Your consciousness changes form, and that's actually not really a good explanation. Consciousness changes perception. Perception, on one hand, is particle, and on the other hand, it's wave. And the reason why I'm bringing this entire thing up right now is that the movement from one world line to the other, from that frozen snap point in time to another frozen snap point in time, for it to actually move out, it has to be in wave form. And let's look at this a little bit more detail. Okay? If it's in a wave form, you are a ghost, you're a spirit. But when it's in particle form, you are crunchy, you are gravelly, you are physical. All this happens 4 times a second. So it's very hard for us, using our brains, to determine when we need to think things and when we need to say things. From our point of view as consciousness, it's happening simultaneously. Certainly 1/4 of a second is pretty darn fast, don't you think? And that's the way it works. So if all you do is think and wish and dream for your goals to happen, that's all in the wave part of consciousness, when you're outside of reality. And since you're outside of reality, you can't change reality. So if you say, well, I'm just going to think about this stuff, and I'm going to think good thoughts today. Yeah, I'm going to think good thoughts today. No, that doesn't really work that way. You have to vocalize, you have to do physical things to make the reality change. And this is the key to navigation. This is the most serious, fundamental key to navigation. The most important aspect. So let me break this down just a little bit more. You don't really need to know the consciousness twirls about, that it changes perception at a rate of 4 hertz. You don't really need to know that. But the reason why I explain it to you this way is so that you understand that thoughts alone do nothing to your reality. You must vocalize things, and that is what changes your reality. Also keep in mind that your reality is individual. You are not sharing the world with all these people that you see. Those are like shadows to you. You're on this world line alone as far as consciousness is concerned. So for you to navigate on this world line, you have to navigate with care and due diligence. That means, imagine you're driving on a car. And I've used this analogy before, and I'm going to use it now. Think of the Worldline template as a car map. Okay? Those old-fashioned paper maps. Okay? Not the Google or the Bing or the Chinese versions. It is just an old-fashioned paper map that shows a road on it. You're going from point A to point B. This is what's mapped out for you in your pre-birth Worldline template. And you're mapped out to go to that city over there, Paris. And this road is going to take you to Paris. The thing is, now that you're on the pre-birth Worldline template, you don't want to go to Paris. You want to go to another place. You want to go to Shanghai. But you're heading in the direction of Paris. How do you change it? Well, the first thing you have to realize is you got to get off that highway. You are on a super highway to Paris. You got to get off that super highway. Right? Using the verbalization techniques or physical action techniques or imagery through physical action, like making wish boards and dream boards or putting up pictures of things that scroll through your computer, you are doing physical actions that is equivalent to grabbing hold of that steering wheel and turning it. Okay? By vocalizing aloud, I am going to Shanghai, instead of mindlessly letting the car drive and follow the highway to Paris, you will find a way to get to your destination. It might be that you will get on an off-ramp and get on a different highway, and that does happen from time to time. But if you are in an urgency and really aggressive, which is basically the foundational aspects of affirmation campaigns, it's an aggressive action to change your driving direction. If you do this, more likely than not, you will drive the car off the ditch or off the road into a ditch. You'll hit the gravel, then you'll go down this into this side ditch, then you'll start going through this bumpy cornfield, thunk, 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 thunk. And then you'll hit another road you'll kind of squirrel on, and as you get onto that road, there might be a car honking, and you'll get onto it. It may take you a number of attempts to do this, because you might have to go from highway A to highway B to highway C, depending upon what your goals are. But generally, the first one is always the most catastrophic, meaning the first one is the first time you get off that highway, that pre-birth world line template that takes you to Paris. The very first time, you're so unused to seeing what's going on, you think that you're doing something wrong. You're not. Pain, discomfort, things just don't seem to be going well with you. People are yelling at you. You seem to have a bunch of bad luck. Everything is going to shit in a handbasket. You don't know what the hell's going on. Congratulations, you are off that highway. The way the pre-birth world line template works is it's a highway taking you to Paris. You want to go to Shanghai. You got to get off of it. You're going to experience discomfort. So the first thing you should notice after you've done your affirmations for a while and you're in the dwell, and I'll talk about that because it's a campaign. Affirmations I run as a campaign. You do them for a certain period of time, then you stop for a certain period of time. So during that stopping period of time, if suddenly, or even while you're doing it, suddenly things seem to be going to shit in a handbasket and everything seems to be going wrong, let me tell you, congratulations, your affirmations are working. Oh, you don't like this discomfort? You should go back on the highway and go to Paris, right? Go back to Paris. Everything was so good, right? That's the way it works. That is absolutely the way it works. So discomfort is something you're going to experience. But I'm getting on a side note right now. I really don't want to get too involved in the side note. Okay? What I do want to say here is your consciousness cycles through two perceptions. Particle perception, which is the perception of reality, and wave, which is the perception of the in-between time. You need both. You must verbalize, you must take physical actions. Physical actions and verbalization associated with affirmation campaigns will get you to your destination goals. Thinking alone will not. Okay? And that's all I wanted to talk about in this quick little video. Before I wrap it up, I want to say a couple things. Please like and subscribe. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. I need to spread this message out to people like you that could use a little bit of better guidance. I think this stuff really helps. I know the people, my baseline followers, MM followers, all are getting some spectacular results. Follow this, it'll work for you. Second thing, please, so like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Okay? I appreciate it. And finally, before I finish, this life that you're experiencing is a personal one. Other people are experiencing other lives. other consciousness, other things going on in their lives, that's different than you. Don't get too caught up on their issues. Concentrate on your issues, because you're going to feel all kinds of stuff. I know you're going to get through with it, and you're going to do well, because I believe in you. You are going to be very, very successful in these goals that you're setting up. I believe it will work out just fine for you. Believe me, I know. So remember, everybody, I believe in you. Yes, I do. Take care. Bye-bye.
In the haze of a quiet Sunday morning, lost in thought, imagination soaring, dreamlike melodies fill the air, creating a world where I'm happy in there. Close my eyes and let the beat take hold. Lost in a dream, I am never growing old. The rhythm flows through my veins, setting me free in this slow, soft and gentle reality.